Ever noticed someone who acts like their birthday is basically invisible? They're not throwing parties or dropping hints. They might not even mention it's coming up. Meanwhile, everyone around them is circling dates on calendars and planning celebrations weeks out. And they're just unbothered, like genuinely confused why anyone makes such a big deal. And here's the thing, there's actually some really interesting psychology behind this. I'm going to walk you through what's happening in their mind. But real quick, if you're into understanding why people do the things they do, go ahead and subscribe. And drop a comment letting me know where you're tuning in from. I love seeing where everyone's watching. Alright, so let's dig into this. What most people miss is that how someone approaches their birthday isn't just about preference. It's actually a window into how they construct their identity, how they relate to social norms, and even how they experience the passage of time. So let me unpack what's really going on here. First thing, people like this tend to have what psychologists describe as an internal locus of identity. Basically, they don't require outside confirmation to know they matter. Think about what a birthday celebration really is. It's social proof, right? The cake, the texts flooding in, everyone's attention turning toward you for a moment. It's the world collectively saying, hey, you count. We say you. But the people who casually skip all that, they've already figured out their own worth from the inside. They don't need that annual reminder that they're important. Their sense of self isn't anchored to these social ceremonies. It's this quiet, steady confidence that doesn't need an audience. Almost invisible if you're someone who relies on external celebration to feel acknowledged. And get this, research actually shows that these folks often rank higher in measures of authenticity. They're not putting on a show. They're just being themselves without the performance aspect. Now, the second piece is how they relate to time itself. For most of US birthdays function as these big markers. They're milestones that punctuate our lives. Little alarm bells that go off saying, another year down. Better make sure you're doing something meaningful. But people who don't celebrate, they experience time as this ongoing flow. The day they happened to be born doesn't carry any special weight compared to any other day. Every single day holds the same potential value or the same ordinariness, depending on your perspective. It's almost like a Zen approach. Very much about being present rather than ceremonial. In psychology, this is called having low temporal landmark salience. They're not skipping their birthday because they're sad or avoiding something. They literally don't register it as inherently special. To them, growth and change happen gradually, day by day. Not in these chunked up 365-day intervals that we've all agreed to care about. And then there's the third element. It comes down to social energy. Celebrating a birthday actually requires a lot of emotional work. You've got to manage what everyone else expects from you. You perform gratitude even for gifts you'll never use. You navigate all these social dynamics and relationships. It's exhausting if you really think about it. The people who opt out of this whole thing often score high in something called social selectivity. They're not antisocial or cold. They just have a finite amount of energy for social performance. And they'd rather invest it in moments and connections that feel real and meaningful, not mandatory. It's actually a form of setting boundaries. They're essentially communicating, I care about you, but I'm not going to participate in traditions that deplete me. And honestly, that's psychologically sound. It's healthy to know your limits and honor them. So if you're someone who treats your birthday like just another Wednesday, you're not weird. You're not missing something everyone else has figured out. You're just built differently, oriented toward internal validation, experiencing time as continuous rather than segmented, and investing your social energy where it genuinely matters to you. And that's completely legitimate.